Welcome to a Gazelle tutorial on using the Gazelle mobile app. You should be able to easily access your data and schedule appointments even when you're away from the office. So we have created a very powerful mobile app that makes this possible. Here I will be demoing on an Android device, but it works basically the same on an iPhone as well. So let's see how it works. The first step is to install the Gazelle mobile app. So go to your App Store, whether that's the App Store on an iPhone or the Play Store on Google, and search for Gazelle Piano. It should come up, and if it's not already installed, of course this will be an install button, and you just tap install. Once the app has been installed, you can open the app and then log in with your Gazelle username and password. The first time that the app launches, you will receive kind of a walkthrough of a few screens just kind of introducing you how to use the app. So the main screen on the mobile app is called the Today screen. The Today screen has at the top a few things that may need your attention. In this case, I have 2 appointments that I need to complete to tell Gazelle that they have been completed. And I have 5 reservations that need to either be approved or declined. You can tap on these and of course take action on completing the appointment or the approving or declining the reservation. Lower down on the Today screen is your itinerary. The itinerary, you can swipe left to go to view yesterday. You can swipe right to go into the future. And you can keep swiping and go further and further into the future. You'll notice that these dots up here were changing as I was swiping. If you tap on these dots, you'll go back to today. So today is the center dot. If I swipe one left, it shows me I'm 1 day left of today, I guess 1 day in the past. Swipe again, 2 dots back, and then if I swipe further, it's just the arrows. So tap on these dots to go back to today. If you're a multi-technician company, there will be a button here that lets you select which user you would like to view the itinerary for. And there's a little map icon here that you can tap, and it will show you a map of your itinerary for the day. In this case, leaving from home on the north side of Charlotte, driving down to the south side, servicing several appointments, and then driving back. Everywhere in the mobile app that you see this little half moon icon, we call it the fingertip icon, it looks like kind of the top of your finger. Anywhere that you see that, you can long press to get a list of other actions that you can take with that particular item. In this case, I can get driving directions to Victoria, I can call her mobile number, text her, email her, can take a bunch of actions. But it's important to note, anywhere you see this, you can press and hold for long press, and it will bring up a list of additional actions. You can also swipe down, and this will refresh the page. So if there's been a change in your data, like if, for example, you have your phone open while you're also working on your laptop and you update something on your laptop and it hasn't shown up over here yet on your phone, just swipe down and it will refresh to pull the latest data. So you can tap on an appointment here. I'll tap on Angel's appointment, and it will give you details about the appointment. And we recommend that you do this. You kind of basically, when you pull into your customer's driveway, tap on their appointment, pull up all the notes about the services that you're going to be performing. You can see any client notes that has been added. In this case, the cat's name is Fluffy, so you can address the cat by her name when you walk in. You can tap on the instrument to view some pictures to remind yourself of what it looked like last time, any notes on the piano, that sort of thing. So generally we recommend that you familiarize yourself with the client and the piano as you're sitting in the driveway before you walk in. You'll notice a bunch of the Gazelle screens will have these blue buttons across the top. We call them our action buttons, and we'll see more of them here in a few minutes. But the action buttons let you do exactly that. So in this case, if I want to contact her via email, I can tap on this. If I want to create an invoice for her, if I want to complete this appointment, I can tap on that. And since this particular device has a somewhat narrow screen, Gazelle, the mobile app, can only show 4 buttons at a time. So more actions are underneath of this more button. If you have a wider device, for example, if you're using the Gazelle mobile app from a tablet, you'll see more action buttons across the top just because there's more space. But you can tap on more and view additional actions as well. Okay, so let's go through the process real quick of approving a pending reservation from the mobile app. So on the mobile app, when a reservation comes in, you will receive a push notification to the phone, and it will pop up. Usually on Android devices, it's across the top. I believe it's the same on iPhone devices. And you can just tap on that notification and it will take you directly to the reservation. It'll switch to the Gazelle app if you're using something else, and it will go directly to that reservation. You can also, of course, go to the list of your reservations from the Today screen by tapping on pending reservations here. When this comes up, you'll see a list of the pending reservations. You can tap on one, and this will show you all the information about the reservation. In this case, it was Deborah Carter. Her phone number, email address, none of that has changed. And I can simply tap approve to approve the reservation and to send her an email. You can also change from approving it to declining here if you'd like, and you can customize the email message that goes out down here. You can also tap to view an itinerary of what your day will look like. In this case, it looks like it's on Christmas, but you can tap to view the itinerary for the day right here, and you can view your map, that sort of thing as well. Okay, so let's talk briefly about the footer next. There are 4 sections of the footer across the bottom. The first we call the hamburger menu. It looks a bit like a hamburger, bun on the top, bun on the bottom, some beef in the middle. If you tap on that, it will slide out the menu, the Gazelle menu. And you can also slide it out by swiping left and right from the edge of the screen. But the hamburger menu is the first thing on the footer. The second thing, this is our support icon. If you have a question or a problem, you can tap on this and you can type a message to us. You can also optionally take a screenshot of your screen so that we can see what you're seeing, which sometimes helps us figure out exactly what's going on with your support request. The third thing is this find clients. If you need to find a client record really quick, you can just tap on this. It will take you to the client search, and you can search for a particular client. So I'm looking for Elroy. So there we go. And I'm quickly on Elroy's record. The last thing on the footer is this plus button. If you click on this, it will bring up a list of the different things that you can create. So the plus button is also context aware. So if I'm viewing a client record and I click to create a new appointment, it's going to, by default, create a new appointment for the client that I'm viewing. Let's talk about the calendar next. To get to the calendar, I'll go to the menu, go to calendar. This will pull up a month view of your calendar. You can swipe left to view last month's, can swipe right to view next month's. If you're a multi-technician company, across the top here you will see this button which lets you select which user that you would like to view. So I can view, let's say I want to view Fred's instead of Taylor's. Now I'm viewing Fred's calendar. You can also click this button, which is the share button, and it will give you an easy way to get to the URL for your self-scheduler. You'll notice the half moon underneath. If I press and hold, it lets me copy it to the clipboard if I want to text it to someone or something like that. You can also enable sharing of your calendar with particular users. You can do all that here as well. To view a particular day, I just tap on the day and it will pull in the day's view. It shows me the appointments one after another. I can tap here to view the itinerary, which shows me I need to leave my house around 7:35 in order to get to the first appointment. I can view a map as well of the itinerary, and you can pinch to zoom in and out of the map. Up across the top here, you can change and view the itinerary of a different day if you'd like, all within when you're viewing a single day. And of course you can tap back, and now I'm viewing the itinerary on Thursday. You can also enable syncing of your Gazelle calendar to your phone's calendar, and we recommend this for times when perhaps you're out of cell service. That way you have all the details you need about your appointments right there on the calendar on your phone. To do that, you can click on this little drop down, this down arrow next to on top of the cloud, and you can tap to add an external calendar that you would like to sync your calendar to, whether it's a Google Calendar, an Apple Calendar, whatever. Estimates. It's easy to create an estimate while you're out on the field as well. Go to the hamburger menu, go to Estimates. You can tap to create a new estimate. Up here with New, you can also do it by pressing the plus icon down below. Let's view an existing estimate. Scroll down, you can see the different options. Swipe left to go to option 1, option 2, option 3. You can also tap on the condition report to quickly switch between options. Speaking of the condition report, if you edit, you can tap on the condition report and drag the indicators as to what the current level of condition of the piano is, as well as what its potential is, if everything that's messed up with the piano gets fixed. And then you can drag the various options that you have created on this estimate so that it gives them a visual indicator. If they choose option 1, their piano will become up to an advanced level, that sort of thing. And you can save that as well. You can also add pictures of individual items on the estimates. This is really useful to show people the condition inside of their piano. Some people don't open up their instrument at all, and so they may be surprised at what they see inside. Quickly just use your phone, snap a picture, and attach it to a line item on the estimate so they can see exactly what it is you're describing. Invoices are also able to be easily and quickly created while you're out on the field. The hamburger menu, go to Invoices. You can create a new one up here. Similarly, through the plus button. If we view an invoice, the action buttons are across the top. You can edit it, you can print it if your phone is connected wirelessly to a mobile printer, for example. You can email it to your customer. You can enter a payment. All these actions are available. We have another tutorial class on accepting electronic payment from your customer, so I won't go over the details of this here for the Stripe integration, but if it's a cash payment or a check, you can click on manual payment here and easily record whether it was a cash payment or not, and add any notes that you'd like as well. Tap OK. The invoice is now listed as paid. If I scroll down to the bottom, I can see the history of my interactions on this particular invoice. It was paid by cash, and the status was changed from open to paid automatically. Let's talk about messages as well. You can easily view all the messages that Gazelle has sent on your behalf. If I go here, this is showing the past emails that have been sent, and you can see if it was delivered, if they opened it, if they have clicked on a link in the email. You can tap on the email to view the contents of the email to see what it looked like. You can also, if you'd like, add a filter here so that if I want to view the text messages that were sent, now I'm going to be, when I click OK here, I should get a list of the text messages that were sent. There we go. And whether or not it was successfully delivered to your customer's phone or not. Remove the filters. Speaking of filters, we have filtering capabilities throughout the mobile app in various places where there are lists of things. So for example, I just demonstrated here, I'm viewing the messages. I can filter to just show text messages if I want. So I'll do that. So now I'm viewing text messages. Similar if I'm on invoices, let's say I want to view all the invoices that are more than $200 that are also, let's just say that are open or overdue. basically that haven't been paid yet. So I click on that, click OK, and now I've got a list of all my invoices that are open that haven't been paid yet. You can remove filters just by tapping on this and remove all filters. And now I'm back to my main list of invoices. So one other place that you can filter is on a client's timeline. So if I look for a particular client, I'm going to pick someone that I know has quite a lot in their timeline. So if I scroll down to the bottom of the client details screen here, you'll notice down here, this is the timeline, and this shows every interaction that Gazelle has ever had with this particular client. So let's say I just want to view their, let's say the messages that have been sent to this particular client. I can filter the timeline for that, or I can just view past appointments, or any notes that I've added. In this particular case, there were no comments, but you get the idea. You can click to show all, and now I'm viewing all the items on the timeline once again. So in conclusion, to get started, go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and search for Gazelle Piano and download the mobile app. You will never have to worry about accessing your data in the field again, regardless of when your customers decide to call. If you don't have access to a mobile app, you will always have office work to be done for your clients when you get back home at the end of the day. But with our mobile app, you'll be able to keep up while you're out on the field, and you'll become the technician that always remembers details about your customers. You'll also be more organized by having your data always up to date and in sync. Thanks for your time.